Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Going to be giving you my predictions for Manchester United's game against Crystal Palace at Old Trafford. So I'm going to go for a Manchester United win, and the score I'm going to go for 2-0. The goal scorers I'm going to go with Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes. So that is your predictions. I've already given you my predicted 11 for this game. Manchester United are coming into this game against Crystal Palace on the back of a 2-0 win against Nottingham Forest at Old Trafford in the Carabao Cup semi-final second leg. It was 5-0 on aggregate because Man United won the first leg at the City Ground 3-0. The goals in the second leg came from Anthony Martial. He scored his 6th goal of the season and he equals David Beckham's record. Martial has just returned from injury. And Man United's second goal came from Fred. He nudged it into an empty net with his knee. Fred, don't forget, came off the bench and scored a good flick from a corner in the cup win over Reading. But there were the goals, and Marcus Rashford provided both assists. Don't forget Marcus Rashford scored a beautiful solo strike in the first leg against Forest. Rashford, unfortunately, was denied that record goal against Reading because he had a goal ruled out by VAR because Wout Weghorst was offside in the build-up. By the way, Marcus Rashford has just been named Premier League Player of the Month for January. Rashford has like 18 goals so far this season. But reflecting on that win against Nottingham Forest, it was 12 successive home wins for Man United in all competitions. And obviously Man United are into the Carabao Cup final. Man United are going to be playing Newcastle. It's Newcastle's first final since 1999. After the 2-0 win against Nottingham Forest, and Erik ten Hag said it's good to reach a final, but it's about winning it, and he said winning against Newcastle will be tough. Ten Hag's made it clear that he wants a trophy. Man United are looking to end their 6-year trophy drought. Manchester United drew the reverse fixture with Crystal Palace at Selhurst Park. It was 1-1. Don't forget, Michael Olise scored a brilliant free kick in stoppage time. He rescued a point for Crystal Palace. Bruno Fernandes scored in the first half of that game to give Man United the lead. Manchester United beat Crystal Palace at Old Trafford last season 3-1. As you all know, Man United have got players missing. Obviously, Dalot's still injured, but he should be back very soon. Obviously, Van der Beek's out for the rest of the season. Christian Eriksen, as you all know, he's ruled out with an ankle injury for at least 3 months. Or he might be out for 4 months. So he's out until April or early May. McTominay has obviously been out with a knock as well. So they're the players that Man United do have missing. Crystal Palace, they drew their last game with Newcastle 0-0. The Crystal Palace manager is Patrick Vieira. He's been the Crystal Palace manager for like a year and a half now. He got appointed in as the Crystal Palace manager back in July 2021. He's under contract with Crystal Palace until 2024. You know, Patrick Vieira was the one that replaced Roy Hodgson. Before Crystal Palace, Patrick Vieira managed Nice in France, before then managed New York City, and before then managed Man City's under-19s. The players Crystal Palace have got, they've got Jean-Philippe Mateta, Odsonne Edouard. They got Odsonne Edouard from Celtic, Jordan Ayew, Wilfred Zaha. Wilfred Zaha is a former Man United player. The reason we got rid of him is because he didn't really get in the team. He was actually Alex Ferguson's last signing before he announced his retirement. Wilfred Zaha is one of the best players Palace have got. Michael Olise is a good attacking player. Like I mentioned, he rescued a point in the reverse fixture between Palace and Man United. Tim Anderson, he's been out with injury. Jeffrey Schlupp, Will Hughes. Will Hughes is a former Watford player. Nathan Ferguson's injured. James McArthur, he's injured. Crystal Palace not so long ago got Albert Lokonga on loan from Arsenal. Tyrick Mitchell, Chris Richards, Crystal Palace signed him from Bayern Munich. James Tompkins, Joe Ward, Nathaniel Klein, he's a former Liverpool and Southampton player. And one of the goalkeepers Crystal Palace have got is Sam Johnstone. He's the former Manchester United goalkeeper. He was at West Brom as well at one point. So they're a lot of the players Palace do have. You know, Palace have lost players. You know, they lost Christian Benteke to DC United. They lost Robert Street. He's at Shrewsbury. He's on loan. They lost Jack Butland, of course, to Man United. Jack Butland's on loan at Man United till the end of the season. The reason we got him on loan is because last year, Martin Dubravka's loan got terminated. Back in the summer of 2019, Crystal Palace lost Aaron Wan-Bissaka to Man United. So Man United had done transfer business with Palace before. Quite a few years ago, they lost Andros Townsend. Andros Townsend is at Everton. So they are players that Crystal Palace have lost. After Crystal Palace, Manchester United play Leeds twice in 4 days. On my last video, I obviously give you the news regarding Mason Greenwood. You know, Mason Greenwood has had all charges against him dropped. Mason Greenwood is relieved he's had all charges against him dropped. Greenwood faced allegations of attempted rape, controlling and corrosive behaviour and assault. This was by the same woman, you know, these allegations. You know, during the court process, Mason Greenwood was suspended by Manchester United. By the way, Mason Greenwood has been named in the Man United squad. Something like that, the squad list. There's angry Man United fans, you know, that are saying Mason Greenwood shouldn't play for the club again. Mason Greenwood joined Manchester United at the age of 6. Reasonable Power Academy. He made his senior debut for the club back in 2019. I think is he out of contract this year, Greenwood? You know, Greenwood for Man United has made 129 appearances and he's scored 35 goals. That's in all competitions. By the way, Marcel Sabitzer is in line to make his Manchester United debut against Crystal Palace. Couldn't make his debut against Forest in the second leg of the Cup is because he didn't make it in time. So anyway guys, that's everything to update with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.